right. What's it like being a ranger who you got to be two different colors?
Yeah, no, it's incredible. I mean, just to be a superhero in general, I think is incredible. As I said in the panel, I think everybody at some level, at some point in their life, wanted to be a superhero. So it's amazing.
So you get a little bit of red versus blue. So which color was your favorite?
Red. As I said, little, what do you call it? Just because it's my first experience. You know, it's like having your first bike. So Turbo will always have a special place in my heart.
Nice. And you just wrapped your panel. What was that panel like and how was that experience?
It was fun. It was a big room. I didn't expect it to be so big. It's funny when I do cons, you never know how big it's really going to be. You know, I don't do my homework. I just kind of show up and see. It could be a small, comic book shop or a major con, but it was huge. I wasn't expecting so many people, but it was great. I think it was a good panel. What did you think?
Excitement filled the room, of course. What is that like getting to interact with fans in that way and feeling that energy?
It's amazing, and I mean, the more you do it, you start to hear similar experiences, but you really do see the effect and impact that you've had on people's lives that I would have never even known had I not been out here to experience it. And it's one of those things where, you can really see the sincerity, you see the tears, you see the emotions. It's crazy.
Well, speaking of that, what do you think is the staying power of Power Rangers? I mean, 30 years later, still going strong, continuing new seasons, new episodes. What is it about Power Rangers?
I mean, so many great themes: diversity, inclusion, teamwork, teenagers that are courageous, saving the world. And also they do switch out. I feel like they switch out the teams often. Mm-hmm. So I feel like there's always a fresh crowd of kids to kind of jump on. It's not like, there's this crew and they go for 10 years where people are like, I haven't watched the show, I don't feel like catching up, but it's always a new squad to love or hate. So I think that also helps. So they always have like a fresh flock of fans.
Is there any other iteration of Power Rangers that you would have wanted to be on? Or if you could have joined any other one?
Maybe the movie, the Lionsgate, the movie, of course. That would have been great. Yeah, and I know there's a lot of spin-offs now, and you never know. The right one comes down, you might see me as a Obi-Wan Kenobi or something.
Nice. With those action figures out there, were you ever like, I'm ready to get my action figure right now because there's mine. I'm getting it.
Yeah, so we've always had figures, right? But for us, my face was never on it or my real likeness. It was always like a helmet. So it's like, that's my action figure, but But now they actually have a likeness, so that is pretty cool.
Have you ever gone and been like posed next to it? You're like, you have any kids walking by and you're like, yeah, that's me.
Yeah, I like to play with myself all the time.
Yeah. Hello there. Yeah.
It's come up a lot lately.
Fair. It's an easy joke. Low-hanging fruit. Yes. Is there anything that's been stood out to you as your experience with Power Rangers or anything that really surprised you?
I mean, really what you said, just meeting fans and really understanding the impact that you have on their lives. I mean, when I was doing it, I thought there's something special about being the first Black Red Ranger on the Power Rangers. But, and it's not just, Black teens that are telling me that they really embrace my characters. It's like you just never know. But, just that's probably the biggest thing, just knowing that you made this impact almost involuntarily, but it's awesome.
What is it like being part of that kind of representation and being told like you were that figure for somebody? And, it's not like you, I don't know, did you go out of like, yes, I'm going to be that diversity hire? No, but you know what I mean? Of like being.
I did though. I kind of did while you're saying that 100%. And so when I became the Black Red Ranger, it really was powerful for me. Like I got it at that moment. Like this is something, this is great. But what got me is that it really didn't get anything. I was like, doesn't anyone want to do a story? Jet, Ebony Magazine, don't you guys want to come say, hey, we got this new hero? But it never really happened. So we did the spinoff, me and the Black Nerd. I don't know if you've seen it, but that's kind of where it came from. Because I was like, dude, this is a big deal. I'm not really hearing anything. Let's talk about it. So that's where that came from. So anyway, I felt it. And I'm glad I was able to do it, and I'm glad I'm able to interact and see these kids every day and be like, yeah, I thought the same thing when I was coming up. So, yeah, I'm glad I was able to do that and be that. And so one fun fact, too, I was actually originally, my character was supposed to be green, the Green Ranger. And so actually to the auditions, I wore red. So I did force my hand a bit.
You're like subliminal messaging.
We're
in the ring.
Let's go. It's time. America's ready. Let's go.
What would you like to tell the fans?
I just want to say I'm really honored, to have been TJ and hopefully, TJ has made a positive impact, and I hope you guys can come out and see me sometimes and say hi. I got a few years left, I think, so come see me.
Yeah. And then actually, anything else you'd like to add?
That's it, really. I've been just happy to be here, and hopefully I can get out and see some more fans and maybe get out of the country too again. I love those trips.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks.